Welcome to The Audacity. I am your host, Aisha Kay, and I want to say thank you for joining me today. I started this podcast because I wanted to create a platform where I can have honest conversation, speak truth and transparency, have hard conversations, speak things from the core of who I am, from my heart, share some of my life experiences and my life story. Guests on the podcast that are able to share their truth. I created this platform to give people a voice who don't have one. That used to be me. I used to be the type of person that would never really speak up for myself, and then I'd find myself in crazy ass situations. Or after something would happen, I'd let people just say whatever, not really speaking up for myself. Or just in dangerous situations, afraid to speak what was true. Covering up for people and the things that they would do that was just awful, harmful. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've escaped a lot of things in my life. I've survived a lot of things in my life. And I didn't come this far to censor myself now, to make other people feel comfortable about my life story, about the things that I share on this platform, or about the guests that I'll have on this platform who will share their story. This is a safe place here for people like me who didn't always have a sound to their own vocal cords, who didn't always have a safe place to just simply be, or somebody they could relate to. The things that I share aren't meant to be offensive, but if you get offended, that might be a you thing, not a me thing, because a hit dog will always holler. I simply share from the core of who I am. Every episode isn't going to have laughter. Some things are going to be serious. Some things are going to be dark. Because that's life. Every day isn't always sunshine and roses. But every day can and will always be beautiful in some way, shape, or form. That's what I bring here with The Audacity. The sunshine, even in dark moments. The joy that someone else might not be able to find within themselves. That moment of laughter that somebody else might need. But a little bit of wit and sarcasm. I know some of y'all think I'm just so serious and just so reserved and just so not fun at all. But those of you who know me, you know. This podcast isn't just for me to just talk. It's a place where I can simply be me. Because I have the audacity to do that. It took me a long time to get here. It took me a long time to find my voice and to appreciate the sound of my own vocal cords. It took me a long time to find the beauty of me. And I'm not going to water that down at this stage of my life. I don't want to. That'd be a no for me. So if that's something that resonates with you, then this is a place for you. There's a place for you here. listen, watch, subscribe, follow, share. Heck, be a guest. Give me a topic that you would like to hear about. I remember some years ago when I got out of that volatile relationship I was in about 10 years ago. And just about 10 years ago. And when I started speaking about what I had survived, I was nervous that I was doing the wrong thing. But I started doing it because the person who had broke my face was online slandering my name. And I had not once mentioned his name, or I had never once took him through the ringer. I was just talking about domestic violence and my experience with it. But people who knew that we were together knew who I was speaking of. But I still didn't speak about it to make him look bad, right? So in him slandering my name, I finally found my voice. And I finally found the sound of freedom for me by talking about what happened. And in that, so many other women who experienced the same thing by the same man found their voice too. I will never forget getting emails, DMs on Facebook from people I had never met in my life, from different countries even, not just the US, telling me they knew who I was speaking of, even though I never said his name, because he had done the same thing to them. And they sent me pictures of the person to confirm who I was speaking of. And they would share their story with me, and I would speak on their behalf. Some of them were under gag orders, so they couldn't talk to the public. But I could. Me sharing my story helped to set those women free from the bondage of their silence, from experiencing the same thing, from the same person. And so when I started this podcast, I had the same idea in mind. I didn't intend for that to happen, but it did. And I'm forever grateful for it. And some of us still keep in contact to this day, just checking on each other every now and then, celebrating each other's wins over the years, and talking about our recovery, because recovering from domestic violence is just that. It's narcissistic abuse, really, that we all are recovering from. You heal from the scars of domestic violence, but narcissistic abuse is something totally different. And so once again, here on this platform with the Audacity podcast, that's what I hope to be. A voice for those who can't speak for themselves, and continuing to give myself a safe place where I can just simply be me. I love what I do. I love helping people. And if that means me being vulnerable and sharing my story and letting my layers be peeled back so that someone else can see that if I got through it, they can too, then so be it. Tune in with me every week for brand new episodes. Soon I'll have some guests, and ride with me all the way, because I'm here to stay.